you just relax, that state of mind that puts you at peace. It could be time with family, it could be time with loved ones, it could be time watching a movie, and it could just be me time, right? It's important to always find a way to rest. So now, in finding rest, in being able to rest, I would say this: you must also be dressed for success. You must also eat right, eat well. I advise people, don't skip breakfast. I'm not big on breakfast, but a lot of times I remind myself that, hey, to run well in the day, to be very effective, to have your body system function effectively, I need to have breakfast. I need to put something down there in that tummy. It doesn't have to be something very big or elaborate, something healthy, something nutritious, something good, right? So it's important to get a lot of rest. And in getting rest, eat right. Also, dress for success, because a lot of times how you dress, also spoils. So you may be at a place, say you go shopping, grocery shopping, or maybe you've been trying to meet, to have a meeting with, and you are there, you are not properly dressed. It has happened to me before. I'm actually citing an example, of something that happened to me. This is someone I've always wanted to meet, but I looked at myself, first impressions matter. So I looked at myself, oh my goodness, I am not dressed at all. I don't mean to be all fully kitted for a business meeting, but at least to really look very appropriate. It was just a quick run to the supermarket. I was just supposed to run to the supermarket, pick up something and run out. And there he was, and I didn't know what to do. I looked, this will not be right. And I decided I didn't want that to be the first impression he would have of me, right? And so that was why I couldn't make that move. So it taught me a big lesson in life: dress for success. And if you're expecting success all the time, you must be dressed for it all the time, right? All right, so I'll just quickly run down from top 5 to top 4 before I go to my top 1, yeah? So top 5 is create that to-do list, work on it, all right? Top 4 is start with those actions that you dread the most, yeah? Top 3 is delegate tasks. Ask people to do stuff for you. Then top 2 is get enough rest, get your breakfast, and dress for success. Now, before I move to my top 1, I'd like to say this. Remember that it is better to complete a task, right, than to seek perfection. Sometimes some of us are in the pursuit for perfection. We end up not doing anything at all. So we are there writing that proposal, writing. Guess what? The proposal never leaves the paper. You keep writing that proposal and you never go out to take action because you want it to be perfect on paper. But trust me, it will never be 100% perfect on paper, because that thing you have on paper, by the time you go out to pursue it, you find that a lot of things you had imagined will not play out the way you imagined it will play out, right? So it's important for you to complete that task rather than be perfect. So let the first one be imperfect. I told you this live chat I'm having with you guys now wasn't planned, right? So it's better I get on and do it. That's the way I function. Get on, do it. As you go, you improve on it, you make it better. By tomorrow, trust me, it'll be better than what it is today. But get it done. That's the important thing. All right? Now, also, I need you to have this at the back of your mind. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are. Learn to celebrate your wins. Learn to give yourself a pat on the back at the end of the day. Learn to say, well done. Learn to say, congratulations. Celebrate your win with something, even if it's as little as a bowl of ice cream, darling. Take yourself out. Spoil yourself a little when you win those trophies. All right? So you set out to do 10 things. You do 8. Say, well done. The remaining 2, why didn't I achieve them? XYZ reasons. How do I tackle XYZ? This is how I'll tackle XYZ. So I don't cancel on it. I don't fail at it. I move it to the next day, and I make sure that I complete my tasks. Is that good? All right, so now to top one. Drum roll. This is my top one. So I've shared with you my top 4. Here is my top one. Trust me, you want to take notes on this one. I hope you have your pen and paper ready. Make sure you don't forget a single word of what I'm going to say now. Top 1 is pray, pray, pray. Wasn't what you were expecting? Sweetheart, it is the most important of them all. Prayer. You know, when we're small, we sing, prayer is the key. It truly is. Whether you know it or not, the realm of the spiritual controls the realm of the physical. Whether negative spiritual or positive spiritual. But the realm of the spiritual is constantly controlling the realm of the physical. So the things you see on the physical, the things that manifest on the physical, first manifest in the realm of the spiritual before they manifest in the realm of the physical. So I don't take life for granted. I don't take my week for granted. I don't joke with my 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I do not joke with them. And so if I want to maximize my week, the first place to apply pressure is in the place of prayer. I talked about the orange and how to get the juice out of it. You put pressure. So with all these activities, the first pressure I put on my week is in the place of prayer. I wake up before the week starts. I say the things that I want to see. I call those things that be not as though they were. I speak into my week before I step into my week. And that's how I get my week aligned for me. So for me, that's the first. There's a statement I wrote here. I said, when you are not conscious of the invisible, you become a victim of the visible. When you are not conscious of the invisible, you become a victim of the visible. So if you feel like the invisible does not have a play or a hand in it or a say in it, my darling, you are kidding, no. So for me, my top one is in the place of prayer, because even a lot of times, my to-do list, I get in the place of prayer. So I take it back down. Number 1, I pray. I get my to-do list, I get my plans, I move and I act on it. And guess what? I get my results. And so that's how I get the best out of my week. How? Oh my goodness, the time is fast spent. All right, guys, this is basically me, Chioma Agunobi, your status quo disruptor, giving you my top 5 tips on how to get the best out of your week. I'm hoping that you will try them out if you aren't doing that already, and so that you can get the best out of your week. You can maximize your week, and beyond maximizing your week, you can be more productive, more effective, and more result oriented. All right, it's been the School of Life. I hope to see, I'll be here tomorrow, yes, about the same time tomorrow. But also, I want to remind you of the live session, 3-day live session that I'll be having. It's tagged the Phoenix Factor. Yeah, the Phoenix Factor, arising from the ashes. We're going to be stirring you up for greatness, for the greatness that is in you, the inborn greatness in you, which COVID-19 seems to be damping down. Yeah, so we're going to be having that. And along the line, we're also going to be having professionals on different fields, and experts coming on to share their knowledge with you. We're going to get through all of this, and we're going to come out on the other side victorious. I'm sure you believe in this. So if you do, please do follow me on my socials. Instagram at Chioma Agunobi1, same as Twitter, Chioma Agunobi1, YouTube, Facebook, Chioma Agunobi, LinkedIn, Chioma Agunobi. You can also check me up on my website, www.chiomaagunobi.com. Till I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.